The Carnegie report did us a real favor when they use the language of summative versus formative feedback. Summative feedback is basically an A or a B plus or a B minus or a C at the end of the semester. It doesn't give you any useful information. So hopefully along the way you get some formative feedback. Formative feedback is inherently time consuming to give. And it's time consuming to give because you actually have to communicate it, but you also have to come up with some sort of a rubric or criterion reference in order to frame the feedback. And so there's a huge amount of analytical lifting that it takes to implement criterion referenced grading. And over a period of time, we've slowly built a library of criterion reference tools that allow us to do that. Now, it turns out that there's still a curve that develops. One of the most important things is that the criterion reference grading can't become an A for everybody. An A is possible, but you're going to actually have to do the work. And frankly, not every student rises to the challenge of it because it really does require students to do the time to get an A. Now, in the group presentations that I just did as criterion reference, every grade was between an A minus A and pretty much a perfect score. But that was because the peer dynamics forced the team to it was basically the peer pressure that elevated the performance of the whole team. There are other things that wouldn't be like just say the reflective essay, which is 15% of the grade. That requires a lot of polish, and you actually have to spend time to think about topic sentences and to come up with a good opening and a thesis and a narrative that's persuasive that carries it all the way through. Good writing requires clear thinking, and it requires a lot of time engagement. And if you don't do the time, it's very difficult to get an A. And so, but we do have a grading rubric for that. So it's really not about grade dilution. That's really important to keep in mind, or it's not about relaxing standards. But it does require a lot of engagement from faculty to do that, to create the rubric and also to apply it. And so it's pulling you away from other things, but because it's formative feedback, it's really powerful. It makes a huge difference for students, so it's worth the cost.